Imo's ex-Attorney General condemns continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu, asks Tinubu to embrace wisdom. If you are just joining us, please subscribe to our channel for more updates. The news in details. In a letter, Chukwuma Ime lamented the 7-year ordeal faced by Kanu and urged the Nigerian government to reassess its approach to its issue. Former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Imo State, Chukwuma Machuku Ime, has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to facilitate the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. He sent his letter through the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi. In the letter, Chukwuma Ume lamented the 7-year ordeal faced by Nnamdi Kanu and urged the Nigerian government to reassess its approach to the issue. He argued that a review of the situation will help resolve the protracted crisis and contribute to national stability. This is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a product of a collective misunderstanding of some inevitable truths and political axioms, including the fact that our federalism, considering the diverse nature of Nigeria's people, is meant to foster growth and prosperity within a harmonious framework, he wrote. He criticized the government preference for force over dialogue, stating, "The indivisibility of Nigeria is not meant to serve as a framework for ethnic hegemony. The selective use of force and persecution instead of diplomacy in addressing critical national issues, just as the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, calls for urgent reconsideration." Chukwuma Ume further argued that patriotism was never built on brute force and urged the president to learn from Canada's handling of Quebec sovereignty movement. By prioritizing constructive dialogue, inclusive government, and genuine adherence to federal principles, Canada successfully fostered national cohesion, ultimately diminishing calls for Quebec secession, he noted. He emphasized that fairness, equity, and dialogue are the strongest foundation for patriotism. Recalling the timeline of Kanu's case, he stated, Kanu was arrested on October 14, 2015 by the State Security Services on terrorism-related allegations. He was arraigned on November 23, 2015 before the Federal High Court in charge number FHC ABJ CR 383-2015. He was granted bail on April 25, 2017. The former Attorney General accused the Nigerian Army of forcing Kanu to flee for his safety. On September 10, 2017, following a plotted fatal shooting at his home by the Nigerian Army, Kanu was forced to flee to avoid imminent death. This inevitably led to his absence from subsequent court proceedings, he wrote. Despite this, he claimed the authorities applied for Kanu's bail to be revoked and a bench warrant for his arrest to be issued on March 28, 2018. The court granted this request. The letter further criticized the court's decision to issue an order on November 14, 2018, requiring Senator Eyinaya Harcourt Abrebe, Kanu's shorty, to either forfeit his 100 million naira bail bond or face imprisonment. Chukwuma Ume urged President Tinubu to embrace political wisdom and statesmanship by releasing Kanu. Great leaders are defined not by their ability to suppress opposition, but by their ability to unify, heal, and reconcile. The release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be a sign of weakness, but the demonstration of leadership, he stated. He also reminded the president of past appeal from respected elder statesmen such as Chief Mbazuruke Amechi, Prof. George Achulike Obiozo, Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezeafe, Chief Emmanuel Uwunayanwu, Chief Ayo Adebanjo, and Chief Edwin Clark, who spent their final years advocating for peace and unity. Finally, he pointed to the case of Sunday Igboho, whose detention was handled in a manner that ensured his release. He argued that Kanu's continuous detention remained a source of controversy with the government facing accusation of human rights violation and failure to obey court orders. Please, for more updates, subscribe to our channel.